Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Davis here. Today, we're talking about how to stop emotional eating, lose weight, and keep that weight off. It's extremely important, and I've got some news to share with you here that really makes today's video extremely powerful today, tomorrow, and for your future. I want everyone here to feel alive. So, if you're liking what you're hearing here, go ahead and pound that subscribe button. Hit the like button. YouTube loves that algorithm. And with that, I'll be right back. So, ladies and gentlemen, news comes out recently from the CDC. We're talking about the Center for Disease Control. And of course, what they do is they really pay close attention to trends that can have a really substantially negative impact on how we're living. And once again, these watchdog organizations are extremely powerful for a couple of reasons. They tend to take it, not just look at your personal life, but what they do is they take a look at trends throughout nations. And of course, what they're saying is the Western Hemisphere is really in a position where obesity has really gotten its fingers into our lifestyles. It's affecting our culture, it's affecting our mindset, it's affecting our emotions, and most of all, it's affecting our health. So these are some trends that we really want to pay close attention to. And maybe give ourselves a little bit of grace here. And it's one of the themes in my videos is forgiveness, grace, and then an action plan. And it's really what we're talking about here today, because let's face it, we live in an extremely stressed out world. And so when we become mindful of what's really driving the weight gain or the habit of eating or overeating, we become much more mindful about what's really impacting the way we think, the way we act, and why we're becoming more and more unhealthy. But make no question about it, Center for Disease Control says there's a ton of diseases associated with obesity. We're talking about diabetes, we're talking about hypertension, we're talking about other heart conditions, and even some forms of cancer. So these are some things we really want to pay attention to. So getting the weight off is really part of a bigger trend, and that trend is getting healthy and showing up better in every aspect of our life. And that's really one of the themes these videos try to pound home, because it's really about a number on the scale, but it's really about showing up at your very best. And I'm here to say there's some things we can do right here, right now, by the end of this video that are going to help you push your game to a completely different level. So when organizations like the Center for Disease Control come out with these reports, they give you numbers, they give you data, but what I really think they're missing out on, they kind of miss what's causing these things to happen. Why is the obesity rate increasing? Because it's very, very easy to blame ourselves. Heck, there's a lot of people here that want better for themselves, and they get down, they get frustrated. And I'm here to say that's kind of an environment that really is self-destructive and is not going to help you move your game forward. Sure, a good kick in the rear end will help everybody a little bit, but continuously beating yourself up and feeling bad is not the way to move your game forward. So let's pay close attention to some of these trends that are impacting us. Take a look at the impact of screens and our screen time, for instance. Number 2, pay attention to what you're listening to, and whether that's increasing your anxiety and stress level, or maybe at the bare minimum, it's causing inactivity. Then, of course, we take a look at our emotional states. And if we're not busy physically, we're not engaged mentally, and all of a sudden we're feeling a little bit of an emotional uptick on what we're seeing or what we're living, it really does impact almost every other aspect of our life. So what we're doing here is coming up with a 3-step approach to help you do the things that are necessary to keep that weight off. So we talked before about stress, anxiety, and in a, really a world filled with information overload. Like, the amount of information hitting us is overwhelming, and I think that might be the emotional driver to the overeating, if not the overeating epidemic that's going on here. But we really want to take a closer look at our routines and habits, because these are the things that really drive us to change what's going on. So let's take a look at a couple pieces here. Let's start with routine A. These are actionable steps that can help you turn things around starting today. So let's talk about emotional eating, rest, exercise, and diet. Think they're not true? These really have a substantial impact about how you're showing up. Because when we talk about these simple characteristics, they are the things that really are going to create longevity in your life. We talk about these things here: our rest, our exercise, and our diet. RED, I call them. And if I could share this with you, this is your key to becoming more, I guess you say, aware of what's happening in your own personal life and realize that you have these habits, you have these routines you didn't even know existed. Secondly, let's talk about routines. And in the video I've given you, I've got a free giveaway at the end of this video as well. We're talking about some things here that help you build a routine that works. We're talking about simple, we're talking about one that is consistent, and one that is sustainable. Whatever it is, the fact of the matter is you are building your way out and you're fighting through this battle of information overload and stress and anxiety. So let's make sure we're becoming really super aware of the little things here that are affecting us, and maybe more importantly, our tactical approach to developing a system to fight our way out and get healthy and show up better, because that's really what matters. And so I'll ask you a question. Are you catching yourself in the way you're showing up every single day? What kind of a routine do you have? And what's one small change you could make? You don't have to change everything at the same time, but starting somewhere. And oftentimes, most people find it easy to start off by exercising in some capacity. We're not talking about going out running a race, but we are talking about going for a walk. Maybe in the morning is what works best for you. Maybe it's in the afternoon. Instead of eating lunch, you're out walking. Or maybe, just maybe, it's in the evening after dinner to help your food settle. For others, maybe it's something like trying to find a better way to get good quality sleep. And the third group, obviously, we're talking about doing the little things here, which is being mindful about what we're putting inside your body. My name is Brian Davis, and I'm here to help you build a better system that makes your life long and happy and helps you show up better in every aspect of your life. Thank you very much. And listen, I've got free giveaways below, including a newsletter that will help you take action immediately and build a system that'll help you get healthy and show up better in every aspect of life. I want every single one of us to feel alive. Remember, hit the subscribe button and hit like button if you're happy, and I will catch you next video. Thank you.